Hi, I'm Lara from 5 out of 4 Patterns and welcome to Sewing School. Today we're tackling a new way to do thumbhole cuffs. So I've got all of my pattern pieces that I need here. I have both of my main cuff pieces. I have cuff piece A and cuff pieces B. Now let me give you a little bit of tidbit of information when you're looking at these pattern pieces. Cuff A will need to be cut on the fold. Make sure you are cutting cuff A on the fold. It looks like this unfolded. Make sure you do that. It is important. Ask me how I know. Yeah, so I will say my experience was I did not cut it on the fold the first time, and so then it had a raw edge when I finished. So that's a mistake. You don't want to do that. So cut the piece A, cuff piece A on the fold. Cuff piece B does not need to be cut on the fold. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is put our cuff piece A right side together, both of them right sides together, and they are. And we are now going to stitch around here with a stretch stitch or a serger. Okay, so as you can see, we have done that. Now, scissors out of the way here. Let's turn it right side out, excuse me. I'm gonna turn it right side out. And then we're gonna give it a good press. Take your time. It's a little fiddly, but you'll get it in the end. There we go. And you'll do this to both of those pieces. Now that we've got cuff piece A finished, let's work on cuff piece B. Let's take those pieces and let's put them right sides together. And again, we are going to stitch with a stretch stitch or a serger around this curve on both. Okay, so we've done that. Now we're going to turn that right side out and give it a good press as well. Whoopsies. And be careful of the seam. All right. Next, take one of your main pieces and you're going to identify what says the top. It is labeled on the pattern piece and you're going to fold top to the bottom. And you're going to press. All right. So we've folded and we have pressed our main cuff piece. Now we've got them right sides together. The right side touching right side of that cuff piece. And we're going to take cuff piece A and cuff piece B and we're going to overlap them to the point where they match up with the height of the larger cuff piece. So I need to make sure, see, all right. Now what we're gonna do next is we're going to baste across here to just connect them for the time being because we're going to connect the pieces together. So we want to connect these two pieces. So we're gonna baste here and here just to keep them together. I'll be right back. I've basted them. Let's double check that they're the right height, and they are. Now we're going to move on to step 5. It says slide the thumbhole cuff A-B combo in between the standard cuff, which is right here. So we're going to take it and we're going to match up the edge of this one, the long edge here of the cuff piece A, all the way down, and then we're going to fold it back over so it's sandwiched there. Let me see if you can see. See how it's sandwiched? Okay, so you've got the large cuff, the cuff A and cuff B, and then the other side of the large cuff sandwiched perfectly. So now I'm going to pin those in place. And we're going to sew across here with a stretch stitch or serger right across there. I'll be right back. So here we are. Now, we're moving on to step 6. So we are going to shift the raw edge of the cuff hole, the cuff pieces A and B. We're going to shift them to the other side. Okay? So we're going to line them up with the other side. So you're just going to have to maneuver your fabric a little bit. So I've lined this piece. Let me go ahead and pin as I'm going, just to make sure everything stays exactly where it's supposed to. Take your time. Just want everything to just, nothing to get caught. Okay. Let me pull this up here. And we'll pin here as well. Now, it's a little messy, but now we can take it back over to our machine. Make sure you've pulled all of this excess out of the way, and we're going to now stitch down the other side of that thumbhole cuff. So here we are. We've got what looks like a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Now we're going to turn it right side out. So we're going to push this way. And there you have it. Ooh, that is just fun. Look how fun that thumbhole cuff is. So when you wear it, it looks like this. Very cool, very interesting, fun, new look for a thumbhole cuff. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Sewing School, and I hope that you will make your very own new thumbhole cuff. I will see you next time. Bye.